The cadet committees at Army and Navy Academy are working with Colonel Saul, the mess hall, and the cadet store. In this committee, cadets get to give their feedback to make sure that cadet life is more enjoyable.
Well, we formed up the notion of two committees to better manage and operate the mess hall and the cadet store. So we formed a mess committee and a cadet store advisory council, both with the mission of providing the managers of both facilities with input direct from the cadets.
Mm-hmm. And how important are these committees to the cadet life?
Well, I think, in my opinion, they're very, very important for a variety of reasons, but the most important, it allows a mechanism for the cadets to get their thoughts and their opinions to the managers of both of those facilities.
And how do you select the applicants to be in these committees?
The application selection was managed by Cadet Life, and they asked first and foremost for volunteers. We wanted to get the full spectrum of the cadets represented on both committees, and also in the mess committee, for example, we wanted to get not only the cadets, but the staff and faculty who eat in the mess as well.
As you may have heard, vaping is very popular these days. E-cigarettes that contain nicotine and chemicals are known to be very harmful to your body. Here's Nick Garcia and Chrissy Brown, the Director of Counseling, on the subject.
Sure. So e-cigarettes actually were developed in 2004, and what they are is they look similar to a cigarette. They're a battery-powered heating device that instead of having the nicotine come through as a smoke form, it's more of a vapor form. And what they are is they look like a cigarette, like I mentioned. On the end, there's an LED light. Then there's the battery, an atomizer, and then at the end, there's an inhaler part.
All right. So how are they harmful to your body?
So right now the FDA has no approval or they have no regulations over e-cigarettes. So currently there's no, on the side, on the warning sides, usually on a cigarette pack, you'll see some warnings. For e-cigarettes, there are no warnings at all because it is so new in the industry that there are no regulations. So there are things found in the e-cigarette like chemicals, like acetone, formaldehyde, there's lead in there. So there's things in e-cigarettes that a lot of people don't know of.
All right. What are worse, in your opinion, regular cigarettes out of the pack or electronic cigarettes?
So I would say both are obviously very harmful. So anything that you're putting into your body that you don't know what is actually in it is going to be pretty harmful to you. So I would say both are. I'll give you an example so that you can see. This represents the volume of tobacco consumed in 1 year by a pack-a-day smoker. Like, how gross is that? And so that's pretty bad. We do have some posters around school, too, showing the effects of e-cigarettes as well as tobacco.
Thank you, Ms. Brown, and back to you guys.
Fall sports are over with exceptional performance from our Warriors. Now winter is here, and we're stoked to see what our cadets will do. Our basketball team is doing great as usual. They've played 5 games and only lost 1 of them. Our soccer team is doing pretty good too. After a really intense game, they lost by 3 points.
Our wrestling team is doing great as well. They're all prepared and ready to dominate the competition. Here's Zong with more on sports.
So how do you feel about this being your senior season?
I'm pretty excited, but I'm a little bit worried at the same time because I feel like this might be my last year wrestling. But hopefully we'll get a state championship this year.
So how do you feel about the team?
I feel real good about the team. We have a lot of veterans coming back and guys who've been playing together for 2 to 3 years. So we have a good solid 5, and we're just working on getting the rest of the guys caught up and prepared for the season.
All right, thank you, sir.
As Christmas is just around the corner, all cadets gather around to celebrate different traditions. La Posada is a holiday tradition in Mexico and other Latin American countries. For La Posada, the international club at Army-Navy Academy will be knocking on doors around campus and singing songs. Here's Ahmed Tawfiq with more on La Posada.
La Posada is a tradition celebrated in Mexico, and it follows the journey of Joseph and Mary as they're looking for shelter before they have baby Jesus. So Las Posadas in Mexico is actually 9 nights where the community comes together and they knock on doors and they ask for shelter. So families inside say they don't have shelter, they go to house to house to house, and finally at the end they are invited to come in and they have a big fiesta where there's good food and a piñata, and it's a very good time, and it's a wonderful time for the community as well.
So what is the significance of having an event like this in a school where we have so much diversity and international students?
Our school is wonderful. It's a global school, and one of the things I like to do is highlight the many cultural events that we get to experience here at Army-Navy. We have so many different cultures, so many different international students, that events such as Las Posadas kind of brings us all together. So we have our ESL students, we have our Spanish students, we have our guitarists at Army-Navy, we have all the staff and faculty coming together to help and make this event beautiful and special, and I hope to see everyone there.
Thank you, ma'am. This is Ahmed Tawfiq reporting for ANA TV.
The band concert was held on the night of December 14th, led by Gunny Sergeant Glimka and featuring Atkinson Warrior Band, some faculty, staff, and individual cadets. Here's Chen with more on the story.
The Christmas concert took off on December the 14th. The faculty combo, Matsu, Matsuoka, and Miss Tang sang the Chipmunk song, Jingle Bell Rock, and Merry Christmas, Darling. The band played A Trumpeter's Lullaby, A Simple Gifts of Christmas. The concert ended with performing Feliz Navidad.
I think that it was a beautiful concert tonight. It's always nice to share arts with the community this time of year. So I think the kids really pulled it off. The cadets were awesome tonight. The band was awesome. Drama was awesome, and I think everyone enjoyed it. So I think it was good.
So, Mr. Matsuoka, how do you feel about the band, and how did you think you performed?
I thought they performed really well, especially under the conditions, and it was just a lot of fun. I liked the whole program. I liked how they brought in different aspects to kind of add different kinds of entertainment, I guess, with the drama and the faculty band with the kids playing. And, yeah, they did a really nice job.
Thanks for tuning in to our 3rd episode of Army-Navy TV.
We wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll see you next time.